morning. I'm going to use my Instant Pot to make killer vegan chili. Again, it's kind of on my regular rotation. I really like it. But today, unfortunately, I have to spend my day at school, and there's some crap that we have to do, which I find so irritating because it does not help me in the classroom. It does not help my students whatsoever, but there's this curriculum crap that we have to do. So I'm going to be spending my day at school even though it's Sunday. I'm not happy about that. But anyway, at least I do have my Instant Pot. I can throw everything in here and it can at least cook for me while I'm gone. So I want to share this recipe because it is really, really good. And if you are a meat lover, I suggest that you try this because you won't miss the meat. You really won't. It's so, so tasty. So I have my Instant Pot set on simmer, and there's a little olive oil in there. And I'm going to start out by dropping my spoon on the floor. Dog hair will probably make it taste better.
Where's the beef?
It's not here, honey.
Not here.
So I'm going to put in a chopped onion. And I'm going to go ahead and put the pepper in there too. And then I'm going to put the spices in here so that those veggies can kind of soak up the flavor of the spices. There's a lot of ingredients in this, but it's almost all spices. So we're starting out with 2.5 tablespoons of chili powder. And 1.5 teaspoons of paprika. The recipe called for smoked paprika. I don't think this is smoked. I can't really remember. I get our spices at the in bulk at the natural food store. And 1.5 teaspoons of garlic powder. I find that I put garlic powder in almost everything these days. It's really good. Okay, 2 teaspoons of dried basil. Oh, I have fresh basil. I got some fresh basil last week at the, oh my gosh, it smells so good. At the grocery. Can't wait to have it in the garden again. So we'll definitely use fresh basil instead. I'm going to put some more in there. Yum. And then 1/4 teaspoon of chipotle powder. I don't have chipotle, so I'm using cayenne pepper, which is super hot, so I'm going to be careful about how much I put in there. 1/4 teaspoon. 2 tablespoons of cumin. I always have cumin on hand because I love it in hummus. Wow, it's smelling spicy. And I think I better hurry up because it's getting a little dry. 1/2 teaspoon of oregano. I will share this recipe too. 1/4 teaspoon of black pepper. Okay, so that's all the spices for now. There's going to be some more in a minute, but nice. Okay, so that's the cool part. The only things you have to chop are a pepper and an onion, or maybe 2 onions. I only chopped 1. And then you start using cans of stuff. I love that. So we've got 3 cans of tomatoes. One of the cans had like fire roasted tomatoes, something kind of spicy. I'm going to turn this off because it's super hot on the bottom. Okay, so we have tomatoes, And then 2 tablespoons of maple syrup. And we always have maple syrup on hand because Harry puts a little bit of it in his bread, which he made this morning. So it smells good in here, smells like bread. And 2 tablespoons of soy sauce. Calling for 4 cups of water, but I am going to use stock because we may as well get some extra flavor and some extra nutrients from the veggies in there. That was a little short. There was only about 2 cups of water because we like our soups to be super thick. So I might add a little bit more than that, but I'm going to probably keep it around 2 cups. 2 tablespoons of lemon juice, and our lemons are so huge. They're like grapefruit, it seems like. So I had to use this, squeezy thing because my little hand one was too small. So 2 tablespoons of lemon juice, and then 1/3 of a cup of quinoa. And I get this tricolor. I don't think you can see it, and I would spill it if I tipped it, but I use the tricolor quinoa. It doesn't matter what kind you get. And again, I get that at in bulk at the health food store in Oxford. And then we need 2 cans of beans. So they have been rinsed and drained. I used the tricolor bean things and then another can of, I don't even know what it was. I just get those. I do always have cans of beans and also chickpeas, always, because as I said, I like to make hummus, so I always need chickpeas. And it's just, even a quick, easy snack of beans and salsa to mix together if you're in a pinch. So I do try to keep cans of beans on hand, and they're also super cheap. Okay, so here is the meat substitute, and that is walnuts. Chopped walnuts, 1.5 cups. You will not know that it is not ground beef. I'm serious. It's like the same texture. And because of all the spices in here, you will not miss it. And then it gets a can of beer, or a bottle of beer, 12 ounces I think it called for. So, sorry Harry, I sold one of his beers. I think he's pretty much out now. And then a can of corn, and we had frozen corn, so got that thawed and ready. And that's it. So this makes a gigantic batch. Can you see how full this Instant Pot's pretty full. It makes a ton, and it freezes really, really well. Sometimes I even make a double batch. Glad I didn't try it today because it wouldn't have fit in here, because it's so good and everybody likes it. You can feed it to everyone. Okay, so I think we got everything. I am going to put a little bit more liquid, and I'm also going to put some all-purpose seasoning in here. I think I skipped that. 2 tablespoons of all-purpose seasoning. This is the seasoning that I make, and I'll post the recipe because it's really good and it's almost gone, so I'm going to put it all in there. And add some water. Okay, so that was pretty much true to the recipe, except it called for chipotle peppers, which I didn't have. Actually, let's put some sriracha in there. Since I didn't have chipotle peppers to make it kind of hot, I'll squeeze in some sriracha. I don't think I added salt, did I? I think it was supposed to have salt. Yeah, 1 teaspoon of salt. Oh wait, I skipped some stuff. Did I put liquid smoke in? I don't think so. Okay, so we need 1 teaspoon of salt. And 1/2 teaspoon of liquid smoke. I swear I'd lose my brain. I do lose my brain, but it's okay. Okay, that's it. So I'm gonna just pop the lid on here. I'm gonna push the soup button. I know my friend Teresa did it, and she tried it in the Instant Pot, and she just pushed the soup button and said it was fine. I also think that you could have skipped that whole saute section and just dumped everything in, push soup, and be on your way. So this is really delicious. I'll put the recipe in the comments below. You just search for Killer Vegan Chili, and the website is Eat Healthy and Happy, but it's delicious. So I hope you'll try it. Let me know if you do. Have a great day.